Purely for the love of the game, here is every single anglerfish. Couple caveats before I start. One, I am going to confidently mispronounce every single scientific name here. Call me lazy, but I spent 5 days writing this video, and I really just don't want to Google how to pronounce blank 400 times today. So feel free to make fun of me in the comments. It's fine. Next up, a lot of these species are not what people think of when you say anglerfish. That's mostly the deep sea anglerfish. Personally, I think it's really cool that like 75% of these don't look like what people think when you say anglerfish, and that's kind of why I made this video. But if you just want to see the ones that are very much obviously anglerfish, totally understandable, none taken, skip to this time. Okay, here we go. So first of all, what is an anglerfish? An anglerfish is any fish that falls under the order of Lophiiformes. Yeah, Lophiiformes is defined as gills that open behind the pectoral fins, depressible teeth that can hinge back, joints of the epiotic bone, and a luring apparatus used for hunting. Taxonomy is a nightmare, and those things can change, but as of right now, that is what a Lophiiform and therefore an anglerfish is. So our first suborder is Lophioidae. This order consists of goosefish and monkfish, which are actually anglerfish. This suborder lives in fairly deep water. They're bottom dwellers that live in coral and rock formations on the bottom of their respective habitats. And they aren't known for the extreme sexual dimorphism that we'll see with the deep sea anglerfish. The males and females of this suborder are usually around the same size. So the first family of this suborder is Lophidae. First genus of this family is Slidenia. Anglerfish number 1, Slidenia gardnereri. Known as the Indian round angler, it lives at depths of 820 to 1500 meters. The largest female we've ever found was 20 inches, and we don't know how big the males are because they are very rare. Slidenia remiger, also known as the Celebus monkfish, found at depths of 780 to 4500 meters. The largest female ever found was 26.6 inches, and the males are estimated to max out around 15 inches. Slidenia schaeffersi, also known as Schaeffer's anglerfish, found around 680 to 1200 meters. Maximum female size is 40 inches, and the largest male ever found was 11 inches. Slidenia zui, aka the Chinese goosefish. They live as shallow as 100 meters, and the largest recorded female was 26 inches. The males are estimated to be just barely smaller, maxing out around 20 inches. Next genus, Lophiotis. Lophiotis barrow, also known as the white goosefish. They live around 350 to 850 meters. The females are 17 inches and the males are 9 inches. Lophiotis Lophiotis bruchius. No common name for this one. They live around 275 to 390 meters. The maximum female size is 6.5 inches, and there is not enough data on them to determine the size of the males. Additionally, we don't have photos of them, so that sucks. Lophiotis collinaris, also known as the spotted tail goosefish. They live from 15 to 890 meters deep, both males and females reaching about 17 inches. Lophiotis endoi, also known as Endo's anglerfish. They live from 260 to 750 meters. Females are about 23 inches and the males are about 13 inches. Lophiotis fibriatus, also known as the hairy goosefish. They live around 15 meters deep. They are the smallest species in this genus, with both males and females maxing out at only 3 inches. How cute. Lophiotis gracillimanus, also known as the Malabar monkfish. They live around 125 to 650 meters deep. Females max out around 10.5 inches, and we do not have enough data to know if the males are significantly smaller or larger. Lophiotis insidiator, also known as the natal monkfish or natal angler. They live from 130 to 600 meters, and it's believed that both males and females max out around 12 inches. Lophiotis iwamotoi, also known as the long spine anglerfish. They live from 520 to 710 meters. Both males and females max out at just under 9 inches. Lophiotis kempi, also known as the long spine African anglerfish. They live around 50 to 400 No, just 50 to 400 meters. Females max out at 15 inches and the males are just 5.5 inches. Lophiotes maculatus, known as the spotted angler, they live at depths from 285 to 650 meters. This one switches it up. The females are 5.5 inches and the males can actually get up to 7 inches. Lophiotis meacanthus, also known as the flowery goosefish, they live from 110 to 960 meters. The females max out at 6 inches and the male size is undetermined. Lophiotes minodi, also known as the club bait goosefish. They live from 360 to 550 meters. The largest one we have ever found was 20 inches long, and we have only ever found one that was of that size. Generally, we find them around 6 inches, and the male size is undetermined. Lophiotes mutilus, the smooth goosefish. They live from 230 to 760 meters. The maximum size ever found was 18 inches, generally found closer to 12 inches, and the males and females are the same size. Lophiotes neresi, also known as the challenger monkfish. They live from 150 to 460 meters. Both males and females max out at 9.8 inches. Lophiotes reticulatus, or the reticulated goosefish. They live from 65 to 820 meters deep. Females max out at 12 inches and the males are just slightly smaller at 11 inches. Lophiotes spirilius, or the threadfin goosefish, living from 75 to 850 meters deep. Females are 11 inches, usually found around 6, and males are only 4 inches. Lophiotes triadiatus, or the short spine goosefish. They live from 200 to 1560 meters deep. The females max out at 15.5 inches and the males max out at 10 inches. Next family, which only contains one species. This is the Lophiomis. The one species in this family is the Lophiomis the Lophiomis sedigerus, or the blackmouth anglerfish. They live from 30 to 800 meters. They are generally found at a maximum size of 16 inches for females and 11 inches for males. However, the largest of this species that was ever found was a whopping 55 inches, which is crazy. Most of the species on this list don't get that big. Next family, Lophius, starting off with Lophius americanus. This is the monkfish. This is one of the common monkfish that people eat. They live from about 25 to 220 meters. They are usually found around 24 inches for both males and females. However, like our last species we talked about, they can also reach up to 55 inches. Next up is Lophius budigath, or the black-bellied anglerfish, living from 70 to 1,000 meters. The females reach 31 inches and the males reach 20 inches. Lophius gastrophysis, or the blackfin goosefish, living from 40 to 1,400 meters. The females reach up to 26 inches and the males reach up to 20 inches. Next up is Lophius lidolon, or the yellow goosefish. They live from 25 to 560 meters. The females reach up to 39 inches and the males reach up to 27 inches. Lophius piscatorius, also a monkfish that is commonly eaten. They live around 20 to 1,000 meters deep. The largest recorded was 79 inches. Oh my God. But as usual, they're usually found around 12 to 24 inches, and the male maximum size is just 20 inches. Lophius valianti, or the short spine African anglerfish, living from 200 to 1,200 meters max. The females reach about 31 inches and are usually found at 15 inches for both males and females. Lophius vomarinus, called the devil anglerfish or the Cape monkfish, two very different names. They live from 150 to 400 meters. The females reach a maximum size of 37 inches and the males reach a maximum size of 26 inches. Next suborder. So we are out of the monkfish and we are moving on to the frogfish, which again, a lot of people don't realize that frogfish are anglerfish, but they are. The frogfish are known for having really good camouflage and using their fins as little legs to walk around on the seafloor, which is so cute. This suborder is called Antennario The first family in this suborder is Antennariidae, and our first genus is Abintonarius. First up, we have Abintonarius analis, or the tailjet tailjet. I can read. I promise I can read. Tailjet frogfish. This little guy lives from 2 to 29 meters, and both the males and the females reach a maximum of just 3.1 inches. Next is Abentenarius bernudensis. They live from 4 to 30 meters deep, and they reach just 3 inches, both male and female. Abentenarius cosenius, or the scarlet frogfish. They live from 1 to 75 meters, and both males and females get up to 5 inches long. Abentenarius dorahensis, or the New Guinean frogfish. They live from 1 to 10 meters, and both males and females reach up to 5.5 inches. Abentenarius drombus, or the freckled frogfish. They live anywhere from 0 to 104 meters, and both males and females reach 4.7 inches. Abentenarius descus, or the side jet frogfish. They live from 10 to 137 meters deep, and they both reach 8.3 inches for males and females. Abentenarius numifer, or the spot fin frogfish. They live from 0 to 293 meters deep, and both sexes reach 5.1 inches. Abentenarius rosaceus, or the rosy frogfish. Living from 30 to 40 meters deep, the females reach 2.5 inches in maximum length, and the males reach 1.5 inches in maximum length. Abentenarius sanguineus, or the bloody frogfish. Damn. They live from 1 to 40 meters deep, and they both max out at 5.1 inches. Next genus, Antenarius. Antenarius biocelatus is the brackish water frogfish. It lives from 0 to 33 meters deep, and both males and females reach 5.5 inches. Antenarius commerson, also known as the giant frogfish, lives from 1 to 70 meters deep. The females max out at 15 inches, and the males max out at 12 inches. Antenarius hypacidus, or the shaggy anglerfish, they live from 1 to 90 meters deep, and both sexes reach a maximum of 8 inches. Antenarius indicus, or the Indian frogfish. They live from 0 to 30 meters deep, and both sexes max out at 9 inches. Antenarius maculatus, or the warty frogfish. They live from 1 to 15 meters deep, and both sexes reach a maximum of 5.9 inches. Antenarius multisocelatus, or the long lure frogfish, living from 0 to 66 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 8 inches, and they are generally found around 5 inches. The male's just a bit smaller at 4.5 inches. Antenarius paradalis, or the leopard frogfish. They live from 18 to 50 meters deep, and both sexes reach a maximum of 4 inches. Antenarius Poxiridatus, or the dwarf frogfish. They live from 6 to 73 meters. Both sexes reach a maximum of just 2.5 inches. Antenarius pictus, or the painted frogfish. They live from 0 to 75 meters, and they reach a maximum of 12 inches, so one of the larger frogfish. Antenarius randalli, or Randall's frogfish. Much easier to say. They live from 3 to 50 meters deep, and both sexes max out at just 3.1 inches. Antenarius scaber, or the split lure. I can't even say the common names right. The split lure frogfish. They live from 0 to 219 meters. Females max out at 10 inches, and males max out at 6 inches. Antenarius striatus, or the striated frogfish. They live from 10 to 219 meters deep. The females reach up to 10 inches, and the males reach up to just 4 inches. Next genus, we have Antenatus. First species is Antenatus flagellatus, or the whip frogfish. They live from 0 to 45 meters deep, and both males and females reach just under 2 inches. Antenatus linearis, or the pygmy anglerfish, sometimes also called the lined anglerfish. They live from 4 to 33 meters deep. The females get up to 3 inches, and the males only get up to half an inch. Antenatus strigatus, or the bantail frogfish. They live from 0 to 15 meters deep. Females reach 3.7 inches, and the largest male ever found was just 3 inches. Antenatus tuberosus, or the tuberculated frogfish. They live from 1 to 73 meters deep. The largest recorded size is just 3.5 inches, and we do not have enough data to distinguish the males from the females. The next genus is the Phalaryctes. First species is Phalaryctes abalonus, or the rough bar frogfish. They live from 0 to 311 meters deep. The largest ever found was 21 inches, and we commonly find them around 13 inches. Phalaryctes ocellatus, or the ocellated frogfish, they live from 1 to 150 meters deep. We cannot tell the males and females apart for this species, and the largest ever found was 15 inches. Phalaryctes radiosus, or the big-eyed frogfish. They live from 20 to 275 meters deep. The males reach a maximum size of 3.5 inches, and the females reach a maximum size of 9.5 inches. Phalaryctes scriptissimus, or the calico frogfish. They live from 73 to 185 meters deep, and both sexes reach around 11 inches. Phalaryctes senegalensis, or the Senegalese frogfish. They live from 10 to 80 meters deep and are 11 inches for both sexes. Next genus, Histrio, with just one species called Histrio, also known as the sargassum frogfish. The adults can be found all the way up to the surface of the water, while the juveniles are usually found around 600 meters deep, which is a crazy range, and also usually the other way around with anglerfish. A lot of times you will find juveniles a little higher up and the adults more towards the bottom of their range. This species completely flips that around, so that's pretty cool. Either way, both sexes reach around 7.9 inches. Next genus, Nudian tenarius. Again, just one species here. We have the Nudian tenarius subterius, or the spiny head anglerfish. They live from 3 to 128 meters deep. Both sexes reach up to 3 inches. The next family in this suborder is the Brachyonychthiidae. Don't you just love scientific names? Don't you just love Latin? The first genus is Brachyonychthius, consisting of just two species. Our first one is the Brachyonychthius australis, or the Australian spotted handfish. They live from 18 to 210 meters. The females reach up to 3.5 inches, and the males reach just 2.5 inches. Next species is the Brachyonychthes hirsus, or the spotted handfish. They live from 1 to 60 meters deep, and the maximum size is 5.9 inches for both sexes. The next genus is Brachyopsilus. Just 3 species in this one. The first being Brachyopsilus dianthus, or the pink handfish. They live from 15 to 120 meters deep. The maximum size they have ever been found was just 5.3 inches for both sexes. The second in this genus, we have Brachyopsilus docenus, or the humpback handfish. They live from 20 to 226 meters deep. Both sexes match out at 5.9 inches. And yes, this is the best picture I could find. Last species for this genus is Brachyopsilus zebelli, or Zeabel's handfish. They live from 3 to 40 meters deep, and both sexes reach around 4.6 inches. The next genus is Pesichthes. The first species in this genus is the Pesichthes, and oh god, it's the Pesichthes ampilspinus, also known as the cockatoo handfish. They live from 74 to 121 meters deep, and they are just 1.8 inches for both sexes. Pesichthes compressus, or the narrow body handfish. They live from 112 to 280 meters deep, both sexes reaching just 1.6 inches. The next species is the Pesichthes eltanini, or the eltanin handfish. They live from 135 to 520 meters deep. Both sexes reach a maximum size of 1.4 inches. However, they are extremely rare, so we don't have super great data on that. That can also be said for a lot of these species, but especially for this one. Next is Pesichthes macropinus, which I have a very adult sense of humor, I promise. Macropinus is not funny at all. That's not a funny name. Also known as the longfin handfish, they live up to 145 meters deep, and despite being called the macropinus, they both only get up to 0.8 inches. Look at that. Pesichthes nigrocilium, or the eyelash handfish. They live from 0 to 176 meters deep. The maximum size for both sexes is 1.6 inches. The next genus is the Sympterichthes. First species of this genus is the Symptereches moltoni, or Molton's handfish. They live from 205 to 211 meters, and they both reach up to 1.8 inches. Symptereches politis, or the red handfish, living from 1 to 20 meters, and both sexes reaching up to just 2.6 inches. Again, with the very adult and mature sense of humor, we have the Symptereches unipenis, or the smooth handfish. They live from 1 to 20 meters. Only one has ever been found at just 1.7 inches, and they are thought to now be extinct. The next genus is the Thymictheus. The single species in this genus is the Thymictheus verrucosus, or the warty handfish. They live from 5 to 230 meters deep, and both males and females reach a maximum size of just 3.7 inches. The next family of this suborder is the Histiophrynidae. The first genus in this family is the Alanichthes. The single species in this genus is the Alanichthes glotterti, also known as Glotter's anglerfish, found at a depth around 185 meters. The maximum size is 7.5 inches for both males and females. The next genus is Echinophryne. The first species is the Echinophryne crassospina, or the prickly anglerfish. They live from 0 to 20 meters deep. Both males and females reach 2.8 inches maximum. Next species is the Echinophryne michelli, also known as the spiny coat anglerfish. They live from 5 to 70 meters deep, and their maximum size for both sexes is 5.5 inches. Next up is the Echinophryne reynoldsi, also known as the sponge anglerfish. They live from 0 to 20 meters deep, and they both reach a maximum size of 3.1 inches. Next genus is the Histiophryne. First species, Histiophryne bougainvillei, or the smooth anglerfish. They live from 0 to 60 meters deep, and both sexes reach 3.5 inches. Next up is Histiophryne cryptocanthus, or the cryptic frogfish. They live from 5 to 130 meters deep. The females get up to 3.8 inches, and the males get up to 1.2 inches. Histiophryne maggiewalker, or the Queensland frogfish. They live from 7 to 12 meters deep, and both males and females reach up to 2.3 inches. Histiophryne Narunga, also known as the Narunga frogfish. They live from 3 to 130 meters deep, and both males and females reach a maximum of 3 inches. Histiophryne pogonia, or the bearded frogfish, lives from 5 to 130 meters deep. The females get up to 2.1 inches, with the males being just smaller at 1.9 inches. This one's really cool. The Histiophryne psychedelica, or the psychedelic frogfish. They live from 5 to 7 meters deep. The females reach up to 3.5 inches, and the males reach just 1.5 inches. Next genus, Chidorichthes. First species is the Chidorichthes fossilicus, or the rough anglerfish. They live from 9 to 240 meters. Both males and females reach up to 5.9 inches. Next is the Chidorichthes pietzi, or the New South Wales frogfish. They live from 60 to 90 meters deep, and both males and females reach a maximum of 4 inches. Next genus, Lophiocharon. First species of this genus is Lophiocharon hutchinsi, also known as Hutchins anglerfish. They live from 2 to 10 meters deep. Both sexes reach up to 1.9 inches. Next species is the Lophiocharon Lithenostomus, or the marble-mouthed frogfish. They live from 1 to 10 meters. The largest ever found was 3.6 inches, and we do not have enough data on them to differentiate males and females. Last species of this genus is the Lophiocharon trisignatus, or the three-spot frogfish, living from 2 to 52 meters deep. Both males and females max out at 7 inches. Next genus is the Phylophrene, with just one species in it, the Phylophrene scortia, or the white-spotted anglerfish, living from 1 to 44 meters deep. They max out at just 3.9 inches. The next genus also just has one species in it. It is called the Porphyrin, with its single species being called the Porphyrin erythroctylus. That's the best I'm gonna do. I'm not trying anymore. Also known as the red-fingered Okay. Also known as the red-fingered anglerfish, they live from 6 to 24 meters deep, and both males and females reach a maximum size of 2.9 inches. The next family has one genus and one species in that genus. The family is called Lophiichthydae. The genus is called Lophiichthyes, and the single species is called the Lophiichthyes boschmani, or Boxma's frogfish. They live to 1 to 200 meters deep, and both males and females reach up to just 2 inches. Another family with just one genus, this is the Reicheridae. The genus is Reicheris. Just two species here. It is the Reicheris filamentosus, or the tasseled anglerfish. They live from 2 to 60 meters deep. Both males and females reach up to 9 inches. We also have the Reicheris gloveri, or Glover's anglerfish. They live from 1 to 50 meters deep, and both males and females reach up to 6.3 inches. Next family, Tathocarpidae. One genus in this family called the Tathocarpus, and the single species is the Tathocarpus butleri, also known as the black spot anglerfish. They live from 1 to 146 meters deep. Both males and females reach up to 5.5 inches. Next family, Tetrabrachidae. The first genus is the Dibrachithius, containing only one species, which is the Dibrachithius millenaris, also known as the two-arm humpback anglerfish. It lives from 5 to 145 meters, and both males and females reach up to only 2.2 inches. The next genus is the Tetrabrachium. There is only one species called the Tetrabrachium ocellatum, also known as the four-armed frogfish. They live from 5 to 90 meters deep, and both sexes reach a maximum size of 2.75 inches. That is it for the frogfish. On to the next suborder. This suborder is called the Shanacoidea. This contains the sea toads, which is different from a frogfish, and the coffinfish. This suborder is described as having a balloon-shaped body, and many of them can inflate their bodies with water by over 30%. They hang out in slightly deeper water than the frogfish. Here we go. The first family in this suborder is the Shanacidae, and the first genus is the Shaunox. Starting off with our first species, the Shaunox abbey, also known as the Japanese sea toad. They live from 90 to 500 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 15.5 inches, and the males reach a maximum size of 11.8 inches. Next, we have the Shaunox africanus, or the African coffinfish. They live from 162 to 200 meters deep, both males and females reaching a maximum size of 8.9 inches. The Shaunox apis, no common name for this one. They live from 396 to 460 meters deep. Both sexes reach 8.3 inches. Next is the Shaunox atomovitae, or the southern frogfish. They live from 145 to 637 meters deep. Both sexes reach up to 8 inches. Next up, the Shaunox brachiosomus, or the short body frogmouth. They live from 520 to 580 meters deep. Both males and females reach up to 6.9 inches. Then we have the Shaunox brevidarius, or the tasseled coffinfish, living from 145 to 690 meters deep. Both sexes reach up to 4.5 inches. Next is the Shaunox endivori, or the rosy coffinfish. They live from 50 to 1,000 meters, and the largest found was 8.7 inches. Next, the Shaunox fimbriatus, also called the tasseled coffinfish. They live from 500 to 1990 meters deep. Both males and females reach up to 5.5 inches. Next is the Shaunox flammeus. No common name for this guy. They live from 760 to 810 meters deep. The females grow to about 8.3 inches, where the males grow to about 4 inches. Next is the Shaunox flavomaculatus, or the yellow spot frogmouth. They live from 350 to 375 meters deep. Both sexes reach a maximum of 4.8 inches. Next, the Shawnox gomoni, also known as Gomon's frogmouth. They live from 180 to 540 meters deep. Both sexes reach up to 7.1 inches. Next is the Shawnox hemstraeorum, or Heemstra's frogmouth. They live from 100 to 775 meters deep. They're usually found around 6.4 inches for both males and females. However, the largest ever recorded was 8.3 inches. Next is the Shawnox holmani, also known as Holman's anglerfish. They live from 280 to 428 meters deep. The females get as large as 12.5 inches and the males cap out around 10 inches. Shawnox latipunctatus, no common name. They live from 345 to 800 meters deep, and both males and females reach a maximum of 5.3 inches. Shawnox mulleus, also called the red shoes frogmouth. They live from 720 to 1100 meters deep, and both sexes reach a maximum of 6.3 inches. Shawnox multilepsis, or the Indian spotted anglerfish. They live from 125 to 650 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum of 6 inches. Shawnox nebulosus, or the eye spot coffinfish, found around 218 to 850 meters deep. Both sexes reach about 8.7 inches. Shawnox nudiventer, or the naked belly coffee fish. Yeah, totally. Naked belly coffinfish. They live from 282 to 1,089 meters. Both sexes reach a maximum of 10.6 inches. Shawnox penicillatus, or the pencil coffinfish. They live from 343 to 658 meters. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 11 inches. Shawnox pictus, or the pink frogmouth. 200 to 1,000 meters deep is their most common range, and the largest ever found was 15.7 inches. Shawnox reticulatus, also known as the netted frogmouth, found from 360 to 950 meters deep. Both males and females max out around 10 inches. Shawnox rosatus, or the red coffinfish. They live from 512 to 1200 meters deep, and both sexes reach a maximum of 9.2 inches. Shawnox stigmaeus, also known as the red-eye gaper. That's a metal name. The red-eye gaper, that's crazy. They live from 90 to 730 meters deep. They are usually found around 8 inches. However, the largest ever found was 12 inches. Shawnox sakusi, or the spotted gaper, found around 220 to 1,360 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 7 inches, and the males reach a maximum size of 9 inches. One of the very few species on this list where the males get bigger. Shawnox umbrinus, commonly just known as the sea toad. They live from 183 to 538 meters, and both males and females reach a maximum size of 4 inches. The next genus we have here is the Shawnocops. Just a few species in this genus. The first one is the Shawnocops coloratus, or the rosy red coffinfish. They live from 1,250 to 3,300 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 8.4 inches. Next is the Shawnocops melanstomus, also known as the tadpole coffinfish. They live from 700 to 1,760 meters. The females reach up to 3.9 inches, and the males reach up to only 2.8 inches. Shawnocops rosus, or the northwest gaper. They live from 900 to 2,691 meters deep. The females max out around 9.8 inches, and the males max out at just 5.5 inches. Next is the Shawnocops spinosus, also known as the eastern tadpole fish. They've been found from 1,030 meters deep from 1,430 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 4.3 inches. All right, that is it for the sea toads and the coffinfish. So we are on to our next suborder. This next suborder is called the Oxocephaloidae. These are the batfishes, or the sea bat. A lot of them kind of look like stingrays, and like frogfishes, they are also known for using their fins as legs and walking around. The first family is Oxocephalidae, and our first genus is the Soelophrys. Starting off with Soelophrys arca. This species has no common name. They live as low as 423 meters deep. The maximum size for both males and females is 1.6 inches. Then we have the Soelophrys bradbury, also no common name. They live from 557 to 595 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 2.3 inches. Soelophrys brevicaudata, no common name. They live around 1,024 meters. The maximum size for both sexes is 3 inches. Soelophrys brevipace, also known as the balloon sea bat. They live from 910 to 1,260 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 2 inches. Soelophrys micropus, also known as the lesser handfish. It's found from 395 to 1,400 meters deep. The largest ever found was just 3.3 inches. Soelophrys mollis, no common name. They live from 557 to 686 meters down. Both sexes reach a maximum size of 1.5 inches. Soelophrys oblonga, also known as the oblong batfish. They live from 690 to 1,886 meters deep. The largest ever found was just 2.5 inches. The next genus is the Dibranchus. First up, we have the Dibranchus accentus. No common name. They live from 1,510 to 1,600 meters deep. Both sexes reach a maximum size of 6.9 inches. Then we have the Dibranchus atlanticus, also known as the Atlantic batfish. They live from 45 to 1,300 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 10 inches and the males reach a maximum size of just 6 inches. Dibranchus crescens, no common name. They live from 152 to 480 meters deep. The females max out at 7 inches and the males max out around 5 inches. Dibranchus discourse, also called the big eye batfish. They are found from 310 to 965 meters deep. Both sexes max out at just 5 inches. Dibranchus aranicus, also known as the hedgehog batfish. They live from 700 to 1,150 meters deep. Both males and females are thought to reach a maximum size of 4.3 inches. Dibranchus hystrix, no common name. They live from 715 to 2,323 meters deep. Both sexes reach a maximum size of 4.9 inches. Dibranchus japonicus, also known as the Japanese sea bat. They are found from 620 to 1,494 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 6 inches. Dibranchus nastus, also known as the big-nosed batfish, rude. They live from 290 to 1,140 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 2.8 inches. Dibranchus nudivomer, also called the smooth palate batfish. They live from 605 to 1,400 meters deep. The largest we have ever found is 4 inches long, and unfortunately we do not have enough data to differentiate between the males and the females. Dibranchus sparsus, no common name for this guy. They are found between 443 and 525 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 3.3 inches. Dibranchus spinosus, also known as the fine spine batfish, found between 366 and 2,324 meters deep. We don't have a ton of data on them, but the largest we have ever found was 6 inches long. Next is the Dibranchus spongiosa, no common name. They are found between 700 and 1,244 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 5.9 inches. Dibranchus tremendus, no common name. They are found between 750 and 3,000 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 7.6 inches. Dibranchus velatinus, no common name. They live between 450 and 525 meters deep. The largest ever found was 3.9 inches. The next genus is the Halicymedus. First species is the Halicymedus drypus, also known as the pink short-nosed sea bat. It lives from 750 to 775 meters deep. Both the males and the females reach a maximum size of 2.6 inches. Halicymedus granulosus, also known as the rough short-nosed sea bat. They are found from 595 to 605 meters deep. The males max out at 2.7 inches and the females reach up to 4.7 inches. Halicymedus marmoratus, also known as the marbled sea bat. They are found from 256 to 695 meters deep. Both the males and the females reach a maximum size of 3.9 inches. Halicymedus niger, also known as the black batfish. They live from 280 to 1,112 meters deep, and they both reach a maximum size of 3.4 inches. Halicymedus odysseus, no common name. They are found between 680 and 750 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 3.1 inches. Halicematus reticulatus, also known as the marbled sea bat. They live from 266 to 500 meters deep, and both sexes reach a maximum of 3.5 inches. Halicematus rubber, also known as the red short-nosed sea bat. They are found from 344 to 549 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 3.5 inches. Halicematus westraliensis, also known as the West Australian sea bat. They are found at depths between 280 and 434 meters. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 3.4 inches. The next genus is the Haliotea. First species is the Haliotea brevicata, also known as the short-finned sea bat. They live from 54 to 340 meters deep. Both males and females max out at 8.3 inches. Haliotea cocina, also known as the scarlet sea bat. They live from 50 to 94 meters deep, and both sexes max out around 6.3 inches. Haliotea dromedaria, also known as Procyphes batfish. They were found between 172 and 182 meters deep. The largest female found was 12 inches, and the largest male found was 10 inches. Haliotea fitzsimonsi, also known as the circular sea bat. They live from 30 to 494 meters deep, and both males and females max out around 12 inches. Haliotea famosa, also known as the smoky sea bat. They live from 20 to 494 meters deep. The females max out at 7.9 inches, and the males max out at 5.5 inches. Haliotea hancocki, also known as the hairy sea bat. They were found between 200 and 250 meters deep. Both males and females max out at 5.9 inches. Haliotea indica, also known as the Indian handfish. They were found between 20 and 510 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 5.9 inches. Haliotea nigra, also known as the black sea bat. They live between 344 to 403 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 5.9 inches, and the males are just smaller at reaching 5.5 inches. Haliotea retifera, also known as the torpedo batfish. They are found between 75 and 386 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 4 inches. Haliotea stellata, also known as the starry sea bat. They're found at depths between 50 and 600 meters. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 11.8 inches. Haliotea xenoderma, no common name. They live between 20 and 494 meters. The largest ever found was 12 inches, and we do not have enough data to differentiate between the males and the females. The next genus is the Haliotichthyes. The first species is the Haliotichthyes aculatus, also known as the pancake batfish. They are found between 5 and 150 meters deep. Both males and females max out around 4 inches. Haliotichthyes bispinosus, also known as the spiny batfish. They live from 15 to 400 meters. Both males and females max out at 4 inches. Haliotichthyes caribeus, also known as the Caribbean batfish. They are found between 70 and 275 meters deep. Both males and females max out at 3.5 inches. Haliotichthyes intermedius, also known as the Louisiana pancake batfish. They live from 1 to 400 meters deep. Both sexes max out at 4 inches. Fun fact, this one was first discovered during the BP oil spill in 2010. So that's great. Next genus is the Haliotopsis. First species is the Haliotopsis andreaschewi. This one is just called a deep sea batfish. They're found around 3,800 to 4,200 meters deep, and they're just 2 inches big for both sexes. However, we have only ever collected 2 specimens, so their size is still kind of up for debate. Haliotopsis bathyorios. Sure. Also known as the broad snout batfish, they live from 800 to 2,000 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 2.6 inches. Haliotopsis echinioderma, also known as the spiny deep sea batfish, they live from 400 to 511 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 2.9 inches. Haliotopsis galeata, also known as the Galathea deep sea batfish. They are found between 370 and 1,551 meters deep. Both males and females max out at 2.2 inches. Haliotopsis inigorium, also known as Inger's deep sea batfish. They were found between 1,300 and 1,600 meters deep. The largest specimen we have found is a female, and she is is only 1.7 inches big. Because they are so rare, anything further on them is unknown. Haliotopsis kauai, also known as Kauai's deep sea batfish. They were found between 735 and 1,908 meters deep. The largest found was 3.3 inches, and once again, we have not found enough of them to really know anything else. And like many others on this list, we don't even have a picture. Haliotopsis margaretae, also known as Margaret's deep sea batfish. They live between 100 and 1,220 meters deep, both males and females reaching up to 2.5 inches. Haliotopsis murray, also known as Murray's abyssal anglerfish, a maximum size of just 1.9 inches for both males and females, and they are found between 370 and 1,500 meters. Haliotopsis nudiventer, also known as the naked belly deep sea batfish. You'll remember earlier there was a naked belly coffin fish, completely different species. We're just not good at coming up with creative names. They live from 430 to 1,760 meters deep and reach a maximum size of 3.8 inches. Haliotopsis okamurae, also known as Okamura's deep sea batfish. They live from 1950 to 3,464 meters deep. The maximum size we have found is 2.6 inches. However, again, they are very rare, so we're not entirely sure. Haliotopsis samula, also known as the fluffy esca deep sea batfish. The esca is the scientific name for their lure. They live from 430 to 612 meters deep. The largest ever found was just 2.6 inches. Haliotopsis stellifera, also known as the starry deep sea batfish. They are found between 410 and 1,372 meters deep. The largest ever found was 2.8 inches. I almost said meters. No, they were not 2.8 meters. They were 2.8 inches. Haliotopsis taiwanese, also known as Taiwan's deep sea batfish, 2,246 to 2,356 meters deep. The largest ever found was 3.8 inches. No, sorry, I can't read. 3.08 inches. Haliotopsis tumifrons, also known as the truncate snout deep sea batfish. Common names are supposed to be shorter, guys. They live from 2,418 meters to 2,487 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 2.7 inches. Haliotopus vermicularius, no common name. They were found around 391 meters deep, and the largest that was ever found was 8.9 inches. The next genus is the Maltopsis. The first species in this genus is the Maltopsis annulifera, also known as the ring triangular batfish. They live from 90 to 590 meters deep, and their maximum size is 3.5 inches. Next is the Maltopsis apis, also called the spine triangular batfish. They live between 260 and 457 meters. The largest ever found was just 2.4 inches. Next is the Maltopsis orieti, also known as the shorthorn triangular batfish. They live between 234 and 543 meters deep, and both males and females reach a maximum size of 2.1 inches. Next is the Maltopsis aspirata. They live between 183 and 670 meters. They do not have a common name, and both males and females max out at 2.95 inches. Next is the Maltopsis austrafricana, also known as the South African triangular batfish. They are found at depths of 170 to 700 meters, and both males and females reach a maximum size of 3.3 inches. Next species is the Maltopsis bula, also known as the flat-scale triangular batfish. They are found at depths between 200 and 600 meters, and the maximum size for both sexes is 3.4 inches. Maltopsis formosa, also known as the Taiwanese triangular batfish. They are found between 100 and 300 meters deep, and both sexes max out at just 2.1 inches. Maltopus gygos, also known as the giant triangular batfish. They were found between 210 and 650 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 5.4 inches. Maltopsis noma, also known as the gnome sea bat. I love this guy. They're found at 91 to 491 meters deep, and both sexes cap out at just 2.9 inches. It's adorable. I love that one. Maltopus jordani, also known as Jordan's triangular batfish, found at depths between between 185 and 650 meters. The largest ever found was just 4.3 inches. Maltopsis kobayashi, also known as Kobayashi's triangular batfish. They live at 143 to 650 meters, and both males and females reach a maximum size of 3.1 inches. Maltopsis lutea, also known as the yellow triangular batfish. They live between 100 and 500 meters. The females reach 6 inches, and the males reach just 3.9 inches. Maltopsis mcgrutheri, also known as McGruther's triangular batfish. They live at depths between 215 and 275 meters. Both males and females reach just 1.8 inches. Maltopsis mitrigera, also known as the two-spine triangular batfish. They were found between 215 and 742 meters deep. Both males and females max out at 3 inches. Maltopsis oculata, also known as the big eye triangular batfish. They live between 184 and 460 meters deep. Both males and females cap out at 2.8 inches. Maltopsis parva, they live between 372 and 1156 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 2 inches. Maltopsis provocator, also known as the prickle triangular batfish, they live between 200 and 475 meters. Both sexes reach a maximum size of 2.9 inches. Next we have Maltopsis retiferia, also known as the reticulate triangular batfish. They live between 375 and 420 meters. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 2.4 inches. Next is the Maltopsis tetrabula, also known as the Queensland triangular batfish. They live between 218 to 225 meters deep. The largest we ever found was just 3 inches, and we have not found enough of them to have any more data on that. Maltopsis tiarella, also known as the spear-nosed sea bat. They live between 80 and 450 meters down. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 4.1 inches. Maltopsis velutina, also known as the Polynesian triangular batfish. They were found between 420 and 430 meters deep. The largest ever found was just 2.2 inches. The next genus for this family is the Ogocephalus. First up, we have the Ogocephalus coranger, also known as the long-nosed batfish. They live between 29 and 253 meters deep. Another unique one, and that the males get up to 12 inches and the females only get up to 10 inches. Ogocephalus cubifrons, also known as the polka dot batfish. They live from 0 to 70 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 15 inches and the males reach a maximum size of 8.5 inches. Ogocephalus darwini, also known as the red-lipped batfish. They live from 3 to 76 meters, and both sexes reach a maximum size of 10 inches, although there is one that was found at 16 inches. Ogocephalus Desleverostis, also known as the slant brow batfish, found around 388 meters deep. Both sexes reach a maximum size of 6.5 inches. Ogocephalus nastuus, also known as the short-nosed batfish, they live from 3 to 305 meters deep. Both sexes reach a maximum size of 15 inches. Ogocephalus notatus, also known as the marked batfish, they are found between 5 and 172 meters down. The maximum size for both males and females is 5 inches. Ogocephalus pantostictus, also known as the spotted batfish, they live from 9 to 31 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 12 inches. Ogocephalus parvus, also known as the roughback batfish, they live from 29 to 126 meters down, and both males and females reach a maximum size of 6 inches. Ogocephalus perectus, also known as the rosy-lipped batfish, they live from 35 to 150 meters down. Females max out at 8.5 inches and males max out at 5.5 inches. Ogocephalus pumilus, also known as the dwarf batfish. They are found between 35 and 348 meters deep. Both sexes reach a maximum size of 2.4 inches. Ogocephalus radiatus, also called the polka dot batfish. They live from 0 to 70 meters deep. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 15 inches. That stance he's got. Ogocephalus rostellum, also known as the pale fin batfish. They live from 13 to 378 meters down. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 7.5 inches. Ogocephalus vespertilio, also known as the Brazilian batfish. They live from 15 to 70 meters. both males and females reaching a maximum size of 12 inches. Our next genus is the Solosisquama. The first species is the Solosisquama carinata, also known as the Sala y Gomez batfish. They live from 750 to 900 meters deep. The largest ever found was just 3.9 inches, and we do not have enough data to determine if there is any sexual dimorphism. Solosisquama erythina, no common name. They live between 720 and 1,000 meters deep. The largest ever found was 5.4 inches. Solosisquama stellulata, also known as the starry rough scale batfish. They live between 274 and 550 meters. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 3.7 inches. The next genus contains just 2 species. It is called the Zaleutis. Our first species is the Zaleutis alater, also known as the roundel batfish. They live between 10 and 329 meters. The females reach a maximum size of 5.9 inches, and the males reach a maximum size of just 3.5 inches. And the second species is the Zaleutis mcginty, also known as the tricorn batfish. They live between 90 and 660 meters. Both males and females reach a maximum size of 3.9 inches. And that concludes the batfish. All right, we now find ourselves at the Ceratiidae, which are the deep sea anglerfishes. So this is the last and largest suborder of anglerfish. This is what everyone thinks about when you say the word anglerfish. This is what was pictured in Finding Nemo and scared the crap out of all of us when we were kids. This is also the suborder that has that extreme sexual dimorphism. For a lot of these species, we have not even found males. Free-swimming males are usually so tiny, but sometimes when they latch on to the female, they can grow a little bit bigger. Although sometimes the male then ends up getting like digested by the female and literally just becomes a pair of testicles. On top of that, some of these species, the males aren't actually parasitic. They're just much smaller, but they don't actually latch on to the female. It's all over the place. It's a whole other video. This is just an overview. Maybe I'll make one that's just about that process. But yeah, just know that the size of the males for this next suborder is This is also the suborder where a lot of the species contain bioluminescent lures, or escas, as we learned earlier. Fun fact about that, anglerfishes themselves are not bioluminescent. They actually harbor bioluminescent bacteria in their esca, in their lure, and then either oxygenate it or deoxygenate it to turn the brightness up and down. Every species does it a little differently, but thought I would throw that in there. Most of these species are extremely rare. A lot of them have never been found alive, and we only have descriptions of them because dead ones have washed up on beaches. So information and photos is a little limited on this suborder, but I did the best I could. Let's get into it. Our first family of the deep sea anglerfishes is the Calophrenidae, and our first genus is Calophreni. Oh, I'm sweating. Okay. First species is Calophreni basqui. No common name for this one. They live between 900 and 3,000 meters deep. Only one female has ever been found, and she was 6.7 inches. We have never found a male, but it is assumed that they are parasitic like the rest of this family. Next up is Calophreni jordani. This is my favorite one. They're so cool. They look like evil fairies. Magnificent creatures. I would do terrible things to see one of these in real life. I really would. Either way, their common name is the fanfin anglerfish. They live from 100 to 1,510 meters deep. The females grow to about 8 inches, and the males don't make it over half an inch. Next species is the Calophreni pelagica. They live from 954 to 2,500 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 5.9 inches, and the males reach a maximum size of 1 inch. This is what's funny. Sorry, 1 second. People always think that deep sea anglerfishes are like huge, like man-eating size, and some of them do get pretty big, like don't get me wrong, but they're not like massive fish. I think it's just because the pictures from the deep ocean, there's like no perspective, like it's just like a black background. But no, a lot of them are not very big. Definitely not man-eaters. Even the largest are not man-eating size. Sorry. back to the video. Calufrini polynema, also called the hairy fanfin anglerfish. They are found between 585 and 2100 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 7.8 inches, and the largest male ever found was 0.63 inches. The next genus we have is Robia, and there is only one species called the Robia lagula. They live from 1000 to 1500 meters deep. It is also called the long lure fanfin anglerfish. Only one female was ever collected, and she was 1.61 inches. The size of the male is unknown, but assumed to be very small. The next family we have is the Centrophrinidae. There is only one genus in this species, There is only one genus in this family, and it is called Centrophrine. There is only one species in this genus, and it is called Centrophrine spinulosa, also known as the horned lanternfish. They live from 590 to 2,325 meters deep. Females are 10 inches, and males are just 0.6 inches. The next family we have is Ceratidae, or the sea devils. The first genus we have is the Ceratias. Our first species is the Ceratias holobelli, also known as Croyer's deep sea anglerfish. This is the big boy. They live from 400 to 2,000 meters deep. Usually when we find them, they are juveniles, but the largest adult female we have ever found was 48 inches. So that's 4 feet. Although to be fair, 4 feet includes the fin. Like I said earlier, like that's big, but like it couldn't eat you. You know what I mean? So the females can get up to 4 feet, but alas, the males are only 6.3 inches on a good day. Next, we have the Ceratias tentaculatus, also known as the southern sea devil. They live from 100 to 2,900 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 35 inches, pretty big, and the largest male ever found was 5.5 inches. Next up, we have the Ceratias uranoscopus, also known as the stargazing sea devil. God, say that 10 times fast. They live from 95 to 4,000 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 9.4 inches, and the males only grow up to 1 inch. The next genus we have is the Cryptosporus. There is only one species in this genus, and it is the Cryptosporus cusi, also known as the triple wart sea devil. The largest female ever found was 17 inches long, and the largest male ever found was just 2.8 inches. Next family is the Diceratidae. Our first genus is the Buphoceratias, and our first species is the Buphoceratias microcephalus, also known as the toady sea devil. They live from 755 to 770 meters deep. Only one female has ever been found, and she was 6 inches. Males are expected to be around 1 inch. Next, we have the Buphoceratias shahoi. No common name for this one. The juveniles can be found near the surface, whereas the adult females are usually found as deep as 1,350 meters. The females max out around 4 inches, and the males max out around 1 inch. Buphoceratias theol. No common name. They can be found from 0 to 1,500 meters deep. Again, usually the juveniles are the one at 0. Females get up to 8 inches, and the males get up to 1 inch. Buphoceratias wedley. No common name. They live from 300 to 1,750 meters deep. The females max out around 10 inches, and the males do not get over half an inch. The next genus we have is the Diceratias. First up, we have the Diceratias bispinosus, also known as the two-rod anglerfish. They can be found from 533 to 2,306 meters deep. The females reach up to 5.3 inches, and the males are half an inch. Diceratias palliatus, also known as the double-spined sea devil. They are found between 640 and 1,430 meters deep. Females get as large as 10.8 inches, and the males are once again about half an inch. Diceratias trilobis. This one is called the double rod angler. They are found between 500 and 1,350 meters deep. Females get up to 5.5 inches. Males, once again, only about half an inch. Our next family is the Gigantactinidae. Gigantactinidae. also known as the whip-nose anglers. These guys are really cool. Fun fact, a lot of them will be observed swimming upside down, and we're pretty sure that that is a hunting method, but we don't really know. So that's kind of fun. Our first genus is the Giganticus. First species is the Giganticus balustricini. No common name for this guy. They're found as deep as 1,210 meters. The largest female we have ever found is just 1.14 inches, and the males are just 0.2 inches. So a quarter of an inch for those guys. Less than that, a fifth of an inch. I can do math. Okay, Giganticus sheni, also known as the hairy whip-nose. They live from 400 to 500 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 15 inches, and the males are 1 inch. Gigantotactus elsmani, also known as Elsman's whip-nose. They live from 1,200 to 3,000 meters deep. Females reach up to 17 inches, and the males only reach 1 inch. Giganticus gargantua, also known as the gigantic whip-nose. The females reach up to 16 inches, and the largest male ever found was 0.86 inches. Giganticus gibisi? Sorry. No common name for this one. They live from 465 to 750 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 5.1 inches, and the males are up to 1 inch. Giganticus Golovani, also known as Golovan's whip-nose. They are found as deep as 2,100 meters. The females max out at 7 inches, and the males max out at just 0.8 inches. Giganticus gracillicata, also known as the slender tail whip-nose. They live from 1,000 to 2,500 meters deep. The females are 3.2 inches, and the males are 0.5 inches. Giganticus hirwigi, no common name. They live from 1,000 to 300 meters. The females reach 10.3 inches, and the males reach 0.7 inches. Giganticus ios, no common name. They live from 1,000 to 2,500 meters. The females reach a maximum of 8.8 inches, and the males have actually not been observed, so we just straight don't know. Giganticus crefti, whatever. Also known as Kreft's whip-nose, they live from 1,000 to 2,000 meters. Females can get up to 23.8 inches, and the males are just 0.9. Giganticus longicuata, this one is just known as the whip-nose. They live from 500 to 1,200 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 15.7 inches, and the males are, again, about 1 inch. Giganticus longiceria, no common name. They live from 1,000 to 2,500 meters. Females up to 8.7 inches and males up to 0.8 inches. Giganticus macromena, no common name. They live from 650 to 2,500 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 13.9 inches, and the males are just 0.9 inches. Giganticus meadi, also known as Mead's whip-nose. They live from 1,183 to 2,000 meters deep. Females reach a maximum size of 11.2 inches, and the males reach a maximum size of 0.87 inches. Giganticus microdontus, also known as the small-tooth whip-nose angler. They live from 700 to 950 meters deep. Females are 4.9 inches, and the males are 0.87 inches again. Giganticus microphotalamus. They don't have a common name. They live from 1,000 to 2,500 meters deep. The females reach up to 8 inches, and the males only get up to 1 inch. Giganticus paraseca, also known as the paired lure angler. Got it. Only one female has ever been found at 2.6 inches, and their estimated depth range is 699 to 1,002 meters. Next up is the Giganticus paxtoni, also known as Paxton's whip-nose. It lives at depths from 540 to 1,500 meters. The largest female ever found was 14.2 inches, and the males are 0.9 inches. Giganticus watermani, no common name. They live from 700 to 2,100 meters deep. Females reach a maximum size of 12 inches, and males reach a maximum size of 0.9 inches. Our next genus is the Rincachtis. Fun fact about this genus, they don't have teeth. Instead, they have a bunch of glands in their mouth where their teeth should be, and we don't know what they're for. We don't know how that works, so There's that. First up is the Rhencactus leptonema, commonly just called a whip-nose anglerfish. They are found between 300 and 1,500 meters deep. The largest female we have ever found was 5.5 inches, and the largest male we have ever found was 0.5 inches. Next, we have the Rhencactus macrothrix. No common name. They live from 300 to 2,000 meters deep. The females reach up to 6 inches, and the males reach up to 0.9 inches. This photo is an x-ray because they were trying to figure out what was going on with the whole tooth thing. Rhencactus microthrix. No common name. They're usually found around 2,250 meters deep. The females are 4.4 inches and the males, once again, are about half an inch. Our next family is the Hemantolophidae, also known as the football fishes. Some of these guys do get pretty big. First up, we have the Hemantolophus albinaris, commonly known as the football fish. It lives from 330 to 1,950 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 18.5 inches and the males are 1.5 inches. Next up, we have the Hemantolopus apelli, also known as the prickly anglerfish. They live from 278 to 1,360 meters deep. The females get up to 16 inches and the males reach a maximum size of 1.5 inches. Hemantolopus azurlucens, also just called a football fish. They live from 900 to 1,100 meters. Females max out at 5.5 inches and the males, once again, reach out at 0.5 inches. Hemantolopus borealis, once again, a football fish. They live around 1,200 meters deep. Females get up to about 18 inches and males get up to about 1.6 inches. Hemantolopus brevivrostis, also just called a football fish. They live around 3,000 meters deep. Similar to our last guy, the largest female ever found was 18 inches and the males max out again around 1.6 inches. Hemantolopus compressus. This one is called the Atlantic football fish. We're getting creative now. They live from 200 to 1,000 meters deep. Only one has ever been found and it was a female that was just 5.1 inches. Hemantolopus cornifer. They live as deep as 1,900 meters. Females reach a maximum size of 8.2 inches and the males reach a maximum size of 1.5 inches. Hemantolomus serenitis. They live from 600 to 756 meters deep. Females are just 3.3 inches and males are about half an inch. Hemantolopus Danae. They live from 350 to 856 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 18 inches and the males reach about 1.5 inches. Hemantolopus groenlandicus, also called the Atlantic football fish. They live from 200 to 800 meters deep. Females reach a maximum size of 24 inches and the males reach a maximum size of 1.6 inches. Hemantolopus kalami. This one lives around 934 meters deep. Females reach up to 19.5 inches and males reach up to 1.2 inches. Hemantolopus litocerus. They are found around 654 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 10.9 inches and the males reach a maximum size of 1.5 inches. Hemantolopus macrocerus, found around 2,100 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 25 inches and the largest male ever found was 1.5 inches. Hemantolopus macroceratoides. They live from 246 to 900 meters deep. The females reach just 5.5 inches and the males reach half an inch. Hemantolopus mauli. This one is called the Eastern Atlantic football fish. Again, so creative, guys. They live from 400 to 750 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 8.5 inches and the males reach a maximum size of 1.5 inches. Hemantolopus melanophis. They live from 360 to 880 meters deep. Females are 5.9 inches and males are roughly half an inch. And so I'm pretty sure the mic can hear you right now.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I love you, but...
Hemantolopus multifurcatus, found around 200 to 365 meters. Females get up to 4.8 inches and the males, again, about half an inch. Hemantolophus nigricornis. They are found around 219 to 2,500 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 7.7 inches and the males reach a maximum size of 0.9 inches. Hemantolopus paucophylacis. They live from 100 to 1,540 meters deep. They max out around 6.4 inches for females and 0.5 inches for males. Hemantolopus Delabarnes, found around 1,300 meters. The largest female ever found was 14.3 inches, and the largest male ever found was just 1 inch. Hamantilopus rostratus, found between 200 and 1,000 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 7.8 inches, and the largest male ever found was 0.5 inches. Hamantilopus sagameus, they live from 613 to 2,100 meters deep. Females can get up to 24 inches and males can get up to 1.5. Hamantilopus stewarti, also known as Stewart's football fish. They live from 400 to 1,413 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 4.7 inches and the males reach a maximum size of 0.4 inches. Our next family is Linophrynidae, also known as the left vent sea devils. Our first genus is Accentrophryne. Just 2 species in this one. Number 1 is the Accentrophryne doliconema. They do not have a common name. They are found around 200 and 1,100 meters deep. The largest female we have ever found is 4.1 inches, and the male has not ever been observed. The second species for this genus is the Accentrophryne longidens. Again, no common name. Found around 1,250 meters deep. Females are just 2 inches big. And once again, I could not find any info on the males. Our next genus is the Borophyne. Just 1 species. We have the Borophyne apigon, also known as the net devil. They can be found between 54 and 1,750 meters deep. The females are about 3.3 inches and the males are under half an inch. Another genus with just 1 species, we have the Haplophyne. Our single species for this genus is the Haplophyne mollis, also known as the ghostly sea devil. The largest female ever found was 6.3 inches and the males are just under an inch. This one's very cool. To be clear, I'm pretty sure this photo is a juvenile and they do actually color up as they get older. Our next family is the Linophryne. First up is the Linophryne algababarta, also known as the bearded anglerfish. They live from 400 to 2,200 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 9.1 inches and the largest male ever found was 1.5 inches. Linophryne andersoni, no common name. They can be found from 0 to 50 meters deep. Females are just 1.3 inches and a male has never been found. Linophryne arboriferaria, also known as the illuminated net devil. They live from 200 to 1,000 meters deep. The females reach up to 3 inches and the males reach up to 0.6 inches. Linophryne arcaturi, no common name for these guys. They live from 650 to 1,900 meters deep. The females reach about 2 inches and the males are about 1/3 of an inch. Linophryne agravriseca, also known as the bearded sea devil. They live from 1,000 to 4,000 meters deep. The females are about 2.4 inches and the males are about half an inch. Linophryne bicornis, again, known as a bearded sea devil. They live between 620 to 1,428 meters. Females reach up to 7.3 inches and the males are just under an inch. Linophryne bipennata, also known as net devils. They can be found anywhere from 0 to 2,000 meters. The largest female ever found was only 1.6 inches and the males are under 1/3 of an inch. Linophryne brevibarbata, also known as the bearded sea devil, once again. 600 to 2,000 meters is their range. The females are about 4 inches and the males are less than half an inch. Linophryne coronata, also known as the crowned left vent. They live from 90 to 1,500 meters. The females get up to 8.9 inches and the males get up to 1 inch. Linophryne densirimus, also known as the thick branch angler. They live from 150 to 1,400 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 3.5 inches and the largest male ever found was under 5 inches. Linophryne escaramosa, no common name for this one. They can be found between 200 and 2,200 meters deep. The females reach up to just 1.44 inches and the males are once again about half an inch. Linophryne macrodon, that's a cool name, also known as the large tooth left vent. They live from 300 to 1,000 meters deep. The females get up to 3.5 inches and the males are just under 0.5 inches. Linophryne Linophryne madeirensis, no common name. They can be found from 0 to 880 meters. The females reach just 4.1 inches and the males are 0.6 inches. Linophryne perini, no common name once again. They're found around 1,200 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 2.5 inches and the males have never been found. Linophryne pennibarbata, also known as a bearded sea devil. They live from 750 to 1,500 meters deep. Females are just 1.8 inches and males are about 1/3 of an inch. Linophryne polypagon, again, a bearded sea devil. They live from 1,055 to 1,295 meters deep. Females are about 1.9 inches and males are about 1/4 of an inch. Linophryne quinqueramosa, also known as a bearded sea devil, found around 915 meters. The females reach up to 2.3 inches and the males are under 1/2 inch. Linophryne racemifera, once again, a bearded sea devil. They live from 210 to 1,500 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 3.2 inches, and the largest male ever found was under 1/2 inch. Linophryne sexphilius, crazy. No common name. They live between 100 to 1,250 meters. The largest female ever found was 1.5 inches, and the largest male ever found was 0.6 inches. Linophryne trewavaceae. No common name. They live around 1,500 meters deep. The females are about 2.9 inches, and the males are about 0.4 inches. Next family is the Photocorinus, with just one species, which is the Photocorinus spiniceps, also known as the short lure net devil, short lure. That's hard to say. They're found between 990 to 1,425 meters deep. The females reach about 2 inches and the males reach about 0.25 inches, so 1/4 of an inch. Our next family is the Melanocetidae, also known as the black sea devils. Our first genus is the Melanocetus. First up is the Melanocetus estalis, commonly known as the black sea devil. They can be found as deep as 1,675 meters. The females are 4.4 inches and the males are just 1/2 inch. Melanocetus johnsoni. This is the humpback anglerfish. This is the one that was found in that viral video a while back where we saw it swimming to the surface and everyone got really emotional. They're usually found around 200 to 1,500 meters deep. However, rarely they will be found as low as 4,500 meters deep. The largest ever found was 8 inches. Males are under 1/2 inch, and the one in that video was about 2.5 inches. I know she looked huge, but she wasn't. There just wasn't a perspective. Melanocetus murrayi, also known as Murray's abyssal anglerfish. The largest female ever found was 7 inches and the males are 1.2 inches. They live between 1,000 and 2,000 meters deep. Melanocetus niger, also known as a black sea devil. They live from 1,200 to 2,000 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 4.3 inches and the males are about 1.2 inches. Melanocetus poliactus, also called a black sea devil. They live from 1,000 to 2,200 meters deep. Females reach about 3.2 inches and males reach about 0.8 inches. Melanocetus rossi, also known as the rosy black sea devil. Only one has ever been found in Antarctica, by the way. Kind of cool. She was found at a depth of 390 meters and she was 4.6 inches. We have no idea about the males. Our next family is the Neoceratidae. There is one genus in this family called the Neoceratius, and there is one species in this one genus of this one family. It is the Neoceratius spinifer, also known as the spiny sea devil. They live from 1,000 to 1,200 meters deep. The females reach up to 4.3 inches and the males reach up to 0.7 inches. Our next family is the Onerotidae, also referred to as dreamers. Our first genus is the Bertella, and the single species in this genus is the Bertella idiomorpha, also known as the spikehead dreamer. They live from 805 to 3,475 meters deep. Females max out at about 4 inches and the males max out at about 1.1 inches. Our next genus is the Cyanophrine. First up, we have the Cyanophrine draco, also known as the smooth dreamer. It lives around 350 to 1,750 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 3.3 inches and the size of the males is unknown. Next, we have the Cyanophrine longiceps, also called the can opener smooth dreamer. Why? I don't know. I don't know why they called this a can opener dreamer. That's weird. It lives between 500 and 1,000 meters deep. Females can get up to 7.8 inches and the males are around 1.5 inches. Next we have the Cyanophrine melanowarhabidis, also known as the smooth dreamer. They live from 300 to 2,000 meters. The largest female ever found was 6.6 inches and the males are about 1 inch. Next we have the Cyanophrine quasi-ramifera, no common name. They can be found at depths around 1,130 meters. The females reach about 6.2 inches and the males are about 1.3 inches. Cyanophrine ramifera, no common name. They live from 200 to 1,000 meters deep. Females reach about 6.2 inches and males reach about 1 inch. Our next genus is the Cheirophrine. The single species in this family is the Cheirophrine xenophilus, also known as the longhand dreamer. It's found around 1,230 to 1,400 meters deep. The females reach a maximum size of 1.6 inches and the males reach a maximum size of 1/4 of an inch. Our next genus is Ctenocorycthes, consisting of just one species, the Ctenocorycthes longimanus, also known as the long arm dreamer. They can be found between 800 and 1,500 meters deep. The females are just 1.5 inches and the males are just 0.4 inches. Our next genus is the Danophrine. The single species in this genus is the Danophrine nigrophilus, also known as the black thread dreamer. It can be found as deep as 2,000 meters. The females are 4.1 inches and the males are 0.37 inches. The next genus is Dermatias. Once again, there is only one species in this genus. It is the Dermatias platynagaster. No common name for this one. It lives between 549 and 1,342 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 6.9 inches and we are not sure about the males. Next genus is the Dolopictheus. Our first species is the Dolopictheus lector, commonly known as a dreamer. It lives from 1,050 to 2,000 meters deep. The females are about 3.6 inches and the males are about 0.4 inches. Dolopictus danae, also known as Dana's dreamer. They live from 600 to 2,000 meters deep. The females are 4.5 inches and the males are 0.5 inches. Dolopictus denema, also commonly known as a dreamer. They live from 0 to 700 meters deep. They're one of the smaller species in this suborder. The females reach just 0.8 inches and the males have never been described. Dolopictus jubatus, there is no common name for this one. They live from 690 meters to 1,353 meters. The females are 3.5 inches and the largest male ever found was 0.39 inches. Dolopictus carsteni, also no common name. They can be found around 1,020 meters. The females are about 3.9 inches and the males are about 0.4 inches. Dolopictus longicornis, no common name. They're found around 1,375 to 2,000 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 6.2 inches and we have not ever found a male. The next species is Dolopictus pulatus. They are called the lobed dreamer. The females are 4.7 inches and the males are 0.5 inches. The next genus is the Leptocanycthes. Whatever. The single species in this genus is the Leptocanycthes Gracilla spinis, also known as the plain chin dreamer. They live from 1,000 to 2,000 meters deep. Females are just 2.7 inches and the males are 0.3 inches. Our next genus is the Lophodolos. Our first species is the Lophodolos acanthogonthus, also known as the whalehead dreamer. They live from 650 to 1,500 meters deep. The females are 3.1 inches and the males have never been found. Next up, the Lophodolos indicus, also known as the fathead dreamer. Jesus. They're found around 750 to 1,625 meters. The females are about 3 inches and the males are undescribed. Our next genus is the Microlophyctheus. First species is the Microlophyctheus androcanthus. They do not have a common name. They can be found from 800 to 2,000 meters deep, and weirdly, only the males of this species have been found, and they were 0.66 inches, which is very rare. Usually it is hard to differentiate species of anglerfish based on the males, so that one's crazy. The second species in this genus is the Microlophyctheus Microlophis, also known as the short rod anglerfish. They live from 800 to 2200 meters deep. The females are 4.6 inches and the males are 0.3 inches. Next up, we have the genus Wannarodes. That's almost definitely not how you pronounce that. I haven't pronounced anything right in this video. Why am I even going on about that? Okay, our first species is the Wannarodes acanthius, also known as the Pacific Dreamer. They can be found from 500 to 1250 meters deep. The females are about 8 inches and the males are about 1.2 inches. Next is the Wannarodes Alilus, also just commonly called a dreamer. They can be found from 575 to 1200 meters deep. The females are just 2.4 inches and the males remain undescribed. Next we have the Wannarodes Amoakai, also known as Anoka's dreamer. They live from 833 to 896 meters deep. The largest ever found was 2.4 inches and the males have not been found. Wannarodes Anisacanthus, they do not have a common name. They are found around 1500 meters. The females are 6.8 inches and the males are 0.5 inches. Next we have the Wannarodes basali. No common name. They live from 700 to 1400 meters deep. The females can get as large as 6.3 inches and the males only get up to 0.5 inches. Wannarodes bradburyii. No common name. They live around 1426 meters. Only one female has ever been found and she was 0.91 inches. Wannarodes bulbosus, also known as the bulbous dreamer. They live from 200 to 2000 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 9 inches and the males are about 1 inch. Wannarodes carlsbergi, also known as the Carlsberg's dreamer. They were found around 360 to 1000 meters deep. The largest ever found was 8.7 inches and the males are 0.6 inches. Wannarodes clarkii, they do not have a common name. They can be found around 1500 meters deep. The females get up to 4.6 inches and the males once again get about 0.6 inches. Wannarodes cordifer, no common name. They live around 1000 meters deep. Once again, only a male has ever been found of this species and he was 1 inch long. Wannarodes cristatus. They live from 810 to 2000 meters deep. The females live up to 6.4 inches and the males are 0.5 inches. Wannarodes dichromyscus, found around 840 to 1030 meters deep. The females only get up to 1.4 inches and a male has never been found. Wannarodes epithalis, for some reason it's called the nightmare dreamer. It's found around 1829 meters. Females can get up to 5 inches and males only get up to 0.3 inches. Wannarodes escherichti, also known as the cosmopolitan dreamer. They live from 250 to 2000 meters deep. The females get up to 11 inches and the males get up to 1.1 inch. Wannarodes flagellifera, no common name. They live from 1750 meters to 3800 meters. The females are 2.7 inches and the males are 0.7 inches. Wannarodes Formosanus, also known as Taiwan's dreamer. They live from 400 to 600 meters. The females are 3.6 inches and the males are 0.4 inches. Wannarodes haplonema, no common name for this one. They live from 960 to 1132 meters. The females are 4.5 inches and the males are 3/4 of an inch. Wannarodes heteronema, they live from 500 to 1250 meters. The females are 4.7 inches and the males are 0.3 inches. Wannarodes crefti, also known as Kreft's dreamer. They can be found as deep as 2000 meters. The females are 4.4 inches and the males are 0.3 inches. Wannarodes leutkeni, no common name. They can be found at depths from 1100 meters to 1750 meters. The females are 6.3 inches and the males are just about half an inch. Wannarodes macronema, no common name. They live just around 1000 meters. The females are just 1.06 inches and a male has never been found. Wannarodes macrosteus, they can be found at depths from 750 to 1000 meters. The females get up to 8.1 inches and the males get up to 0.4 inches. Wannarodes melanocauda, they can be found from 400 to 2000 meters deep. The females are just 0.6, which I think makes them the smallest on this, well, not on this list, but no, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the smallest ones. The females get up to 0.61 inches and the males are only 0.1 inches. One-erodes Myrionemus, no common name. They were found around 1800 meters. The largest female was 5.4 inches and the largest male was 0.3 inches. One-erodes Notius, also known as the smooth anglerfish. They live from 700 to 2000 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 7.6 inches and the males are 0.3 inches. One-erodes Petesci, found around 1,000 meters. The largest female ever was 1.4 inches, and we have never found a male. One-erodes Pitesci, found from 300 to 1,635 meters. The females get up to 4.6 inches, and the males are once again undescribed. One-erodes Plagionema. God damn, dude. They don't have a common name. They can be found between 1,500 and 2,000 meters deep. The largest female ever found was just an inch, and the largest male ever found was 0.3 inches. One-erodes Posty, no common name. They live from 800 to 1,800 meters. The largest female ever found was 5.3 inches, and the largest male ever found was 0.4 inches. One-erodes Paterurus. Jesus. Okay. No common name. They live from 1,000 to 1,400 meters deep. The largest female ever found was 1.2 inches and no males have ever been found. One-erodes Quadranema. They live from 755 to 814 meters deep. The females get up to 6.7 inches and the males get up to 0.6 inches. One-erodes Rosenblotti, also known as Rosenblatt's Dreamer. They can be found at depths of 750 to 3,000 meters deep. Females reach up to 5.3 inches and the males reach up to 0.6 inches. One-erodes Sabex, also known as the Rough Dreamer. They can be found at depths from 780 to 1,800 meters deep. The females get up to 7.4 inches and the males get up to 0.6 inches. One-erodes San Giovanni, no common name, found at depths between 380 and 600 meters. The females are 2.7 inches and the males are 0.3 inches. One-erodes Cystonema, found around 2,000 meters deep. The females are 2.9 inches and the males are 0.3 inches. One-erodes Smitty. They live at 2,000 meters deep. The females are 3.6 inches and the males remain undescribed. One-erodes Sipharum. Totally. Only one male has ever been found at 1,000 meters deep and he was 0.5 inches. One-erodes Theodorticeridae. No common name. They can be found around 1,460 meters deep. The females get up to 7.2 inches and the males get up to 0.3 inches. One-erodes Thomsoni, also known as the Alaskan Dreamer. They live between 100 and 2,014 meters. The females get up to 8.3 inches and the males get up to 0.6 inches. One-erodes Thysanema. They can be found at depths between 650 and 1,500 meters. The largest female ever found was 8.4 inches and the largest male ever found was just 0.7 inches. Our next genus is the Pentherichthes. There is only one species in this genus and it is the Pentherichthes auratus. They do not have a common name. They are found around 1,250 meters. The females get up to 4.8 inches and the males get up to 0.5 inches. Our next genus is the Phylorhynchthys. Our first species is the Phylorhynchthys balushakini. They do not have a common name. They live around 3,200 meters deep. The females are 5.7 inches and the males are 0.5 inches. Our second species of this genus is the Phylorhynchthys microcac, whatever. They don't have a common name. They live between 1,000 and 3,600 meters deep. The females are about 4.7 inches and the males are about 0.3 inches. Our next genus is the easiest one to say on this list and it's called puck. It also only has one species and it's called the puck pinata. I know that's almost definitely not how you say it, but that's how I'm gonna say it. It's the puck pinata. I love that. It doesn't have a common name. It was found around 5,350 meters, very deep. The females are about 3.2 inches and the males are about 0.3 inches. Okay, back to the hard stuff to say. This next genus is the Spinifreme duhameli. It does not have a common name. It was found around 2,500 meters. The females are 4.6 inches and the males are 0.6 inches. Second and last species in this genus is the Spiherini gladiusphene, also known as the prickly dreamer. It can be found at depths between 1,200 and 1,955 meters. The females are about 5.2 inches and the males are about 0.3 inches. Our next genus is the Tyrannophrine. One species in this genus and it is the Tyrannophrine pugnax, also known as the tyrant dreamer. They can be found at depths between 400 and 2100 meters. The largest female ever recorded was just 2 inches, and the males are under half an inch. This one is also the record holder for the longest jaw to body ratio. Its jaws make up like 65% of its body length. This is the animal with the biggest jaws in comparison to its body on the planet that we know of. Isn't that cool? Now you know that. Now you have that information. Okay. And our last family on this list and for this video are the wolf trap sea devils. The scientific name for them is the Thyidae. I'm done trying. I've read so many fucking names today. I can't do it anymore. This is the family. This is the last family we're gonna be talking about, and these guys are so cool. These are honestly the weirdest ones. So they have like a lip flip situation going on, and scientists believe that when they catch prey in their mouth, their lips actually like come down. That's why they call them like a wolf trap, because they look like a wolf, and then their mouth like traps the food. So that's pretty cool. Our first genus is the Lasiognathus. Our first species is the Lasiognathus amphirahampus, also known as the wolf trap anglerfish. The females reach a maximum size of 6.2 inches and the males are just 1.2 inches. Next up, we have the Lasiognathus bb, also known as bb snaggletooth. They're found around 1100 meters deep. The maximum size for a female we have ever found was 4.5 inches and the males have not been found. Lasiognathus dynema, also known as the Gulf snaggletooth. They live from 1000 to 1500 meters deep. The largest ever found was 3.5 inches and once again, we have not found a male. Lasiognathus intermedius, also known as the intermediate snaggletooth. They live between 975 and 1,265 meters. The females are just 5.1 inches and the males, again, have not been found. There is the Lasiognathus sacostoma, also known just as the wolf trap anglerfish. They can be found at depths between 800 to 1,800 meters. The females are just 3 inches long and the males are 0.6 inches long. Lasiognathus waltoni, once again called a wolf trap angler. The females are 3.7 inches and the males are 0.9 inches. Our last genus is the Thaumat'ichthyes. There are only 3 species in this genus. Our first is the Thaumat'ichthyes axeli, also known as Prince Axel's wonderfish. They live between 3,500 and 3,700 meters deep. The largest female ever recorded was 14 inches and the largest male ever recorded was 1.4 inches. Our second species is the Thaumat'ichthyes binghami, also called a wolf trap anglerfish. They can be found at depths between 1,100 meters and 1,300 meters. The females can get up to 11.6 inches and the males are around 1.4 inches. And our last species from our last genus, from our last family, from our last suborder is the Thaumat'ichthyes pagodostomus, also just called a wolf trap angler. They live from 1,000 to 1,500 meters deep. The largest female we have ever found was just 3.3 inches and the males are just 0.3 inches. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video of me talking about every single anglerfish. I thought this would be fun to just go through every single one because this is one of the most diverse groups of fishes on the planet. I believe our total for today was 405. So either way, now you know the name of every single anglerfish and I hope you feel good about that. Okay, bye.